Hello guys, we're back with another one today and we're going to be looking at another budget style pre-workout, but don't worry, I think we've only got one more to go after this and then we're back onto the fully fledged pre's. But we're going to be looking at Explosive Dynamo pre-workout by Protein Dynamix. It looks very budget from what I can see, although I will say the packaging looks a bit higher budget than you might expect, so at least they've gone all out on that. But yeah, we'll be covering the usuals, taste, price, label and effects, bring it to you straight. Will it be worth picking up or not? And if you're new to our channel, please do hit the like button, hit the sub button, tick the bell icon, because we drop about 3 reviews a week. But let's get into this one. First segment of any review, taste and mixability, and it's nice and easy because it does just come in the one flavour, which is blue raspberry. So mixability wise, it's a very small scoop. I think it's 10 grams, so we wouldn't expect any mixability issues, and there aren't any. Seems to be all good. So obviously I've used it a few times, but let's see how it tastes. It's not bad. It's definitely a good blue raspberry as they go. It's quite subtle. It's sweet. It's not sour. Yeah, non-offensive. There's nothing no nastiness coming from the back end. I haven't really got anything bad to say about it. The only thing I could say is it's a little bit weak tasting, but then again, it is only a 10 gram scoop, so obviously just add less water if that's what you want. One more sip and I'll give you a score. Yeah, I'd be happy to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a solid blue raspberry as they go. There is a slight bit of weirdness to it, but I wouldn't be able to pinpoint that in any one of the ingredients. It might just be more to do with how they've done the flavouring. But it's not necessarily weird in a bad way. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Let's move on to price. So as mentioned, it is another budget pre, so you can head over to amazon.co.uk where you can find this 20 serving tub on there in the blue raspberry flavour, the only flavour, for £8.09. Very, very cheap, because when you work it out into servings, it's only 40 pence per go. Obviously, if you're a viewer of the channel, you will know that we have a consistent price scale that measures how expensive pre's are, where a 5 out of 10 is the bang average price point. This gets a straight 10 out of 10. So it is quite rare that we do get pre's coming off the scale in terms of like how cheap they are. It's mainly these very, I don't want to spoil anything too soon, but it's usually these type of buy off the shelves in your local supermarkets, easily accessible off Amazon. Those kind of ones that aren't taking any risks whatsoever, that are widely available, they're normally the ones that come in at the 10 out of 10 score. Although having said that, we have had some actual fairly decent pre's coming in at a 10 out of 10 as well. So anyway, what's it packing for that money? Let's get into the price and most importantly, the effects. Okay, let's get into this label then, all £8 worth. So what are we getting for our money? So we've got a 10 gram serving amount, which is definitely on the lower end as pre-workouts go. So we've got niacin as vitamin B3 up first, 35 milligrams, which is relatively speaking is quite a high dose. It's basically to help with energy production within the body, and it can pair up with beta-alanine to bring out some niacin flushing, more itchy, tingly sensation type feels, and it may do that here. We'll let you know in the effects. Beta-alanine 2.5 grams. So obviously we like to look for the 3.2 gram daily serving amount, which is on the lowest end of the daily intake, by the way. You can take up to over 6 grams a day. So yeah, it would have been nice to see more, but then again, we've seen worse. 2.5 grams, we'll take it. You might get some itches and tingles still with that dose, so at least there's that. It's obviously in praise because it's amino acid that's been shown to help with endurance when it builds up in your system and you reach that saturation point. And obviously the benefit of taking more each day is that you'll reach that saturation point quicker. Then we've got creatine monohydrate at 2 grams. Why not just put it in there at 3 at this point? 3 grams is the lowest daily intake that you can have for creatine, up to 5 grams a day. Or if you're loading it, of course, you can take more than that even. But 2 grams isn't really enough to be a standalone creatine product, so annoyingly you'd have to still take your creatine on top of this to reach that daily intake amount. But when, similar to beta-alanine, when you build it up into your system and you reach that saturation point, you will start to yield the benefits. And with creatine, it helps with your power pumps, athletic performance in the gym. It's a nice jack of all trades type ingredient, and it's one of the most studied ingredients in the world, if not the most, when it concerns supplements. Then we've got citrulline malate. We don't know the ratio, 2 to 1, 1 to 1, who knows, but we got it in here at 2 grams. Assuming it's 1 to 1, since they're not telling us, you're only getting a gram, which is the lowest we like to see is about 3 or 4 grams for citrulline in terms of actually it working and doing something. So a gram, I would say minimal to no effect, but what it should do is help to bump up nitric oxide levels in your bloodstream, helping with blood flow and pump. So we might get a 0.2% increase in our blood flow from that, fingers crossed. Then we get in a gram of AAKG, which is arginine alpha ketoglutarate, which is the salt of arginine, which can help with your pumps and endurance more so. A bit of a dated ingredient, and it is a poor dose, but hopefully it gives us something pairing up with the L-citrulline, hopefully. Then we have just standard caffeine, 250 milligrams, which is about 50 to 100 less than the typical amount in pre's. Normally see 3 to 350. Nonetheless, it's still a sufficient amount because it's a good couple of strong coffees or coming on a couple of energy drinks worth of caffeine even. So you should still definitely feel something. Obviously it's the main stimulant, it's the only stimulant in this pre, and it's going to wake you up and get you moving. So the label is poor, there's no denying it. When you come down to it, you're basically paying for a few beta tingles, a minimal amount of creatine, so that you maybe have to take less of your standalone creatine supplement, so yippee, and a bit of caffeine. I really wouldn't say that the AAKG and citrulline would be doing much, but yeah, that's the label, guys. It's just one of those pre's, but you never know. Let's get into the effects and I'll let you know how it comes together. Okay, let's talk real world effects of this pre-workout, and I just noticed on the front they've called it high intensity performance, fatigue reduction, high intensity, and before workout, it says on the little icons there. You probably won't be able to see them. Yeah, it's quite explosive. You know, they're really going down the route of giving you the impression it's this pre-workout that's going to kick your ass and really get you ramped up. And that might be the case for absolute beginners, newbies, but for anyone that's taken literally pre-workout at all before in their life, I think that they would say that those claims are a bit extreme. And it makes me laugh as well, because even on the front here, it's shouting out massively as if it's something to be proud of. 3,000 milligrams of citrulline and AAKG, oh, watch out. 2,500 milligrams of beta-alanine, ooh. 2,000 milligrams of creatine, ooh, well, you're showing off about underdosing. Caffeine, 250 milligrams. So they're sort of shouting about all that on the front, and like I said, most, if not all of that is underdose, so I don't know who at the marketing team thought that was a good idea to advertise the fact it's underdose, but we are talking £8 here for the tub, so we do have to manage our expectations, and we do factor that into the effects. Because obviously if it was priced a lot, I probably wouldn't even bother doing an effects section. I would just say don't buy it because they're taking the absolute piss. But at £8, it's worth at least entertaining and seeing if it's worth it as a budget pre. So anyway, enough waffle. What did I really get from it? So I did get some beta-alanine tingles, I'll be honest. About 5 to 10 minutes in after taking it, I got reasonably strong tingles. You know, I'd go as far as to say 6, maybe a 7 out of 10 on the tingle scale. So I do think that niacin does help to ramp up that sort of uncomfortable, itchy, tingly effect, which we generally like because it does set the scene for that sense of urgency to get you moving. And obviously beginners are going to automatically be like, oh, something's kicking in, it's strong, which is probably why a lot of companies do it, to be honest with you. But we're not complaining because we do enjoy the placebo effect anyway. So yeah, you get the beta-alanine tingles, so that might be a positive or not, depending on if you like them, as we always say. About 20-30 minutes, you do feel some caffeine start to ease in. You know, you feel your levels of alertness and energy go up, but don't get me wrong, it's very smooth. There's no peaks or troughs, and it's gone after an hour to 90 minutes tops. So once it's in your system and it's kicked in, get training. Do not muck around because it won't be staying around for long. It's very fleeting energy. Having said that, like I say, there's no come down or crash, so there is a thumbs up on that standpoint. And it does feel like a clean amount of energy. Focus, non-factor. There's nothing in here for focus. So if you're looking for a pre-workout to dial you in, not this one. Obviously you'll get a bit from the caffeine, but we expect more from pre's than just caffeine for our focus, don't we? So yeah, focus is a non-factor, and pumps are unfortunately a non-factor, guys. Like I said in the label section, the ingredients they put in here for pumps are so outdated, so underdosed, you don't get any additional pump element from this pre, other than what you work up yourself from your own training, hydration, diet, etc. And that's it in a nutshell, guys. There's no negatives to it, so at least, you know, if I'm really trying to scrape the barrel for any compliments. There is no negatives, like I say, so it doesn't keep you up all night, suppress your appetite, make you miss meals. It doesn't leave you feeling jittery or nasty, and it's not a life-ruining pre, so, you know, at least it's got that string to its bow. But yeah, guys, where do I even start with this one, honestly? But 40p a go, like, yeah, if I was in a pinch and I just literally just want an energy kick with a bit of beta alanine tingles, I'd pay 40p for a one-off go on it. If someone was selling it on the street corner, maybe not actually. Let's say a gym selling it. So yeah, it's difficult to slam these pre's when they're just so cheap. But honestly, I say this about all of them. I'd much rather them just make it clinically dosed, use up-to-date ingredients, and just charge a sliver more. You know, no one's gonna cry if they're paying 80p a serving compared to 40, you know, unless you're really on a tight budget. But, you know, when we're talking that level of cheapness, just ramp it up slightly, please, just to at least make it worthwhile, because this pre-workout is missing focus and pumps entirely. You're only getting, like I say, you're paying that 40p for a caffeine hit and a few beta tingles. And if you want to be nice, you can say, yeah, you're getting 2 out of your 5 grams of creatine as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. If I was to tell them to change anything, I would say go back to the drawing board, throw the label away, start a fresh pre. You know, just make it a bit more expensive, but then also make it so that you're getting more out of the product. Because that's like, to me, that's like selling someone a car for, I don't know, a couple £100, and you're like, oh yeah, it is a car, but by the way, it doesn't have any window wipers, it's missing the rear tyres, and there's no driver's seat, but it is a car and it's cheap, so you can't complain. Like, no, I want the whole package. Give me the rest of the car, please, in the same way that I want the rest of the package with this pre-workout. I'd rather pay a little bit more and you give me some focus and pumps, please. But they are playing on newbies, people that are new to the gym, new to supplements, don't know what ingredients are, don't know what dosages they should be dosed at, don't know what they should do. They just see the front of it, see all these shiny looking labels and claims, and they think, £8, oh, I'll have a bit of that. So yeah, guys, it's one to avoid. I'm hoping that you would know that by now after what I've said about it. But yeah, guys, that's Dynamo pre-workout wrapped up by Protein Dynamix. If they do see this review, I hope they take on board what I've said. And like I say, we are coming to the near end of these budget style reviews. I just thought I'd go on a little stint because it's interesting to see what's out there on the market, isn't it, on the shelves, and what the general public are buying without knowing what's what. So yeah, it's demystify time here over at Review Bros. But yeah, we're nearly done. We're nearly done, and then we're back onto the real pre's. But yeah, guys, let me know if you've tried it. You know, when you was a newbie, did you see this one flashing around? Has anyone offered you it? You got any mates taking it? Yeah, put them straight. Put them straight. And that is everything, guys. So as always, stay mildly stimmed.